Hi, this is Ricky. I'm the acting CEO for KiplePay. So in today's world, digitization has become a necessity for many to survive. I think during this thriving times during the COVID pandemic, we have seen especially the underserved segments who have limited access to financial products and also digital services having a hard time to adapt to the changing environment of today's world, right? So in this sharing, Kipple zooms into what we have done so far in helping the underserved to go cashless and to help them thrive in today's economy, right? So let us have a run through on the ecosystem of KiplePay. So what we envision is actually an inclusive, unified payment platform that will create a cashless community throughout our e-payment ecosystem and e-wallet services. So what you see here, aside from the typical e-money or e-wallet service that we have under KiplePay, we have our payment gateway services, and we have extended throughout the whole ecosystem and its digital value chain, if I may say so, is that we have introduced new e-KYC technology. We've introduced new platforms that will assist traditional organizations to transform digitally, either from their administrative or the financial management perspective. And also, we have also created platforms to assist our government entities and partners to fund and to distribute aid among the community. So these are the few segments that we have been working closely with, right, to drive financial efficiency. The typical online services that we have evolves around our payment gateway and wallet payment services, where we work closely with a lot of e-commerce marketplaces, right, such as what you see on the screen, like Domino's, e-ticketing, and also other retailers that sells online. For the offline portion, what we did was we built a series of app-based solutions, right, that actually help our retailers to create a digital ecosystem. For example, things that involves payment, loyalty, and even white label e-wallets, right? And predominantly for KiplePay itself, we thrive in the education segment, where we work closely with government universities and also entities like PTPTN to help drive digital transformation in the education segment, especially in the universities ecosystem, right? And if you notice on special projects, you will see logos of banks and also some of the government initiatives like KISS. This is where we work closely with financial institutions and also state governments to create programs on how we can facilitate aid distribution to the B40 segment, right? And on the bottom right, you'll see the Visa logo on the page. That also means that we are a issuing license entity under Visa to issue prepaid Visa cards. That will be a crucial part of these programs that we have rolled out with the government and also financial institutions, right? So a bit on the university portion. What we are doing with government universities is not just introducing the e-wallet payment options and the payment gateway services. We actually help universities to transform digitally throughout their operational platforms. So mainly the financial and also administrative portion of the services. In universities alone, it is a huge ecosystem that deals with asset management, student onboarding, and even welfare within the university communities, right? And what we have done with universities is beyond that. We have also assisted the university to actually help benefit the surrounding ecosystem as well. So surrounding the universities, you will find there's actually small communities of small merchants, small and micro merchants, which derives their day-to-day business from the university patrons. So what we did is to also empower them with digital payments platforms to allow them to be able to accept digital payments and also to run their business online. So this is an important part of the end-to-end services that we roll out in our digital campuses. moving on to something that's very close to our hearts, where it's involving the part where we help a lot of the B40 segments in Malaysia. So we work closely with a few state governments, namely Selangor, Perak, and Kedah, in their B40 programs, where we distribute over 150 million ringgit a year to over 100,000 recipients across the three states. So what's important here is that we took a different approach to the digital ecosystem in this segment. Typically, aside from distributing the aid to the recipients, we also take an effort to also make sure that we benefit the grassroots community. When we say grassroots community, it means the local merchant ecosystem. So when funds are distributed to groups of B40 recipients, for example, in a village, in a kampong, we make sure that we also onboard the merchants within that kampong, so that we can actually grow the local economy and also help these merchants to grow, right? And this is the 4th year running now since we have been running the program, for example, KISS, and we have seen merchants that grew from a small pondo to a shop, right? To a shop lot, and from operating as a family business, right now they employ up to 4 to 6 employees, right? So creating employment, creating new business opportunities, and also benefiting the local community is part of the fringe benefits of running such a program, right? And we look forward to actually grow this program a little bit further, and we try to explore with more states on this. And at the same time, we also would like to enhance the whole platform by introducing more digital touch points to it. So at the same time, aside from eradicating poverty, we are also helping the country to develop rural Malaysia. So that's the summary of pretty much of what we do with the state governments. And along with that initiative, last year we also embarked in a couple of interesting projects that help to benefit the underserved. So one of it is actually the WarongKu project, where we actually worked very closely with the Gabungan Penjaja dan Peniaga Kecil Melayu Malaysia, or GPPP KKM, which is supported by SME Corp and MIDAC. And in this program, we aim to actually to digitize, or to help more than 100,000 merchants to digitize their business and their operations. In view of the whole COVID pandemic, businesses needs to find an avenue or to create new touch point where it can ensure the continuity of their business. And with this in mind, we also would like to also encourage more and more people from the B40 segment to actually take up entrepreneurship by starting their own small businesses. So with this program, we also launched the WarongKu Rider project together with the Gabungan. And with this, aside from digitizing the businesses, we also created job opportunities for over 15,000 riders, right? And we are happy to really, play a part in this ecosystem. So KiplePay, in this particular effort, initiative, we are the key terminal supplier, and we also help equip all these entrepreneurs with a unified payment app. So on the right-hand side, you will see the initiative by Digital Perak. So Perak is actually another state that we're happy to say that they are quite forward-thinking in terms of how to create more opportunities for the hawkers and also micro merchants to open up their businesses. So it's one of the first states to actually digitize their business permits in terms of the permit application for the micro merchants. And KiplePay is proud to be a partner to help facilitate this. And at the same time, just like all the other projects that we do, we ensure that all merchants is also equipped with a digital payment touch point, right? Via either a mobile phone or a payment terminal to accept payment for their businesses. So aside from payment, what we provide is also a new service for these merchants to grow their business, which is an online ordering capability. and also a small online storefront for them to list their products for consumers to browse and consume, right? And as for the Selangkah project, it is a big initiative from the Selangkah team and also the Selangor state government, whereby we work closely with Selangkah to actually white label a new payment app that will enable all the micro merchants and merchants, small merchants alike, which is registered on Selangkah, to actually be able to accept cashless payment at ease, at no cost, right? So basically, most of these merchants who are enrolled on the program right now have access to be able to receive payments from all major e-wallets in Malaysia, as well as credit cards coming soon, right? So this is actually a big initiative that will benefit close to 30,000 merchants if it's rolled out successfully. And the future for us is basically a lot to do with the whole unified cashless ecosystem. What we envision is aside from the current services that we have introduced, we would like to introduce more financial products out as well, including microfinancing, and also the ability to work closely with financial institutions to actually deliver more accessible instruments or facilities for small merchants to thrive. Particularly if there's been a lot of talk on microfinancing, but we also look into the opportunities to provide invoice factoring and also other fringe services that will help the businesses to grow by leveraging on the ecosystem that we have already built, right? And looking at the trend where consumers are depending more and more on mobile engagement, we will introduce more and more mobile applications and solutions coming soon to actually facilitate the lifestyle requirement for either users and also entrepreneurs alike. So that's all from me today. If you have any questions, do feel free to put them forward. I'll be very happy to answer them for you. Thank you.